Marcus is 38 years old. He's an engineer at a mid-size manufacturing company in Columbus, Ohio. He's not reckless with money. He's actually pretty careful, reads the headlines, watches his accounts. And in March 2020, he sold everything. Every share, every ETF, every position he'd built over 6 years. He saw the market dropping 30% in a matter of weeks, and his brain told him one thing: get out, protect what you have. So he did, and by October 2020, the market had fully recovered. Marcus sat in cash the entire time. That one decision cost him roughly $61,000 in gains he never captured. Here's the thing: Marcus isn't stupid. Marcus is you. Marcus is me. Marcus is every person who has ever let a feeling make a financial decision. That's what we're actually talking about today. Not the market, not stocks, you. Because the most expensive thing in your financial life isn't inflation. It's not fees. It's not even taxes. It's the gap between what the market returns and what you actually capture, because your brain keeps getting in the way. Dalbar, a financial research firm, has tracked this for decades. In 2023, they published data showing the average equity investor underperformed the S&P 500 by 1.7% per year over a 30-year period. That sounds small. It isn't. On a $200,000 portfolio, that gap compounds into over $180,000 in missed wealth by retirement. Gone. Not to fees, not to bad stocks, to behavior. Think about that for a second. Now, I want to be honest with you about something. I spent years believing my instincts about markets were a feature, not a bug. I thought paying close attention made me better at this. I checked my portfolio constantly. I read every earnings report. I felt informed. And that feeling of being informed, it was making me worse. I remember sitting at my kitchen table in 2018, watching one of my positions drop about 19% in 6 weeks. I had done the research. I believed in the company. But the number on the screen kept falling, and every day I didn't sell felt like a choice to lose more money. My brain wasn't running analysis, it was running panic. I sold. Stock recovered 40% within 8 months. I missed all of it. And I know, some of you are nodding right now. Here's where it gets interesting. That feeling I had, the burning urgency to do something, that's not irrationality, that's evolution. Your brain has a threat detection system that was built over 200,000 years. It is extraordinarily good at identifying danger and demanding immediate action. When your ancestors heard a twig snap in the forest, the ones who froze and thought it through died. The ones who ran survived. That system is still running, in your skull, right now. And it cannot tell the difference between a predator and a portfolio loss. Loss aversion, the behavioral finance term for this, means you feel losses roughly twice as intensely as equivalent gains. So a $1,000 gain feels good. But a $1,000 loss? That feels like agony. Real, physical discomfort. That asymmetry isn't weakness. It kept your bloodline alive. But it will absolutely destroy your investment returns. So what do you actually do with that? Let me give you the reframe that changed everything for me. I used to think investing was about finding the right answers, the right stock, the right sector, the right timing, and I kept losing to my own reactions because I thought the job was analytical. Like if I just got smarter, I'd stop making emotional decisions. But the job isn't analytical. The job is behavioral. The edge isn't knowing more than the next person. The edge is acting less than the next person. Let me tell you about a woman named Carol. She's 71 now, lives in Scottsdale, Arizona. She was a librarian for 34 years. She made $51,000 a year at her peak. She is sitting on a portfolio worth just under $1.1 million. Her strategy was almost offensively simple. Every 2 weeks, automatically $200 came out of her paycheck and went into a total market index fund. She never looked at it during downturns. Not in 2001, not in 2008, not in 2020, not because she didn't care, because she had built a system specifically designed to remove her own judgment from the equation. Carol didn't win because she was smarter. She won because she made it structurally impossible to act on panic. That's the insight. That's the whole thing. Your goal isn't to feel less fear during a downturn. You will always feel it. Your goal is to build a system where your feelings can't reach the controls. Okay, so here's how that actually works in practice. First, automate everything that matters. Set the contribution. Set the purchase. Remove the decision entirely. Every time you make investing a manual, conscious choice, you introduce the possibility that your emotional brain overrides your rational one. Automate it, and the choice is already made before panic has a chance to vote. Second, create a rule, written down, somewhere you'll see it, about what market conditions would actually change your thesis on what you own. Not price drops. Thesis changes. A 30% market decline is not a thesis change. It's noise. A company losing its core business model, that's a thesis change. Know the difference before the drop happens, not during it. Because during it, you won't be able to think straight. That's not an opinion. That's neuroscience. Third, and this one I had to learn the hard way, stop checking daily. I know that feels irresponsible. It isn't. Vanguard published research showing that investors who check their portfolios daily are significantly more likely to make reactive trades than those who check quarterly. More information, worse decisions. Your brain interprets volatility as a signal to act. So the less frequently it sees volatility, the less it demands a response. Now, if you're someone who earns a steady income, has maybe started investing, feels like you're doing the right things, but still finds yourself glued to financial news during every market wobble, this is specifically for you. You're not undisciplined. You're not bad at this. Your brain is working exactly as designed. The problem is the design was built for a world that no longer exists. The market isn't the threat. Your response to the market is the threat. Every dollar you pull out at the bottom funds someone else's recovery. Every time you wait for certainty before buying back in, you're paying a premium to feel safe. That's the invisible transaction nobody puts on a statement, but it's the most expensive one you make. Marcus, by the way, figured this out. It took until 2022, another volatile year, but he automated his contributions, wrote down his actual investment thesis for each holding, and didn't touch a thing when the market dropped 18% that year. He told me it felt terrible. He said his stomach was in knots for weeks, but he didn't sell. And that was the difference. The goal isn't to feel calm when the market drops. The goal is to have already made the decision before your feelings show up to change it. Tonight? Not tomorrow, tonight. Open whatever account you invest through and turn on automatic contributions if they aren't already on. Pick an amount, even $75 a month. Set it to transfer on payday, before you see the money, before your brain has a chance to find a reason to spend it instead. One small automation. That's it. That's the move that separates the Carols from the Marcuses. Your brain is extraordinary. It just wasn't built for this. Work around it.